deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Review buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Wow. 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 Oh my God. I'm crying. I'm friggin' crying! Oh, you idiots! Oh my God, I'm dead! I am dead! Oh my God! Oh my God, I'm dead! Oh, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. Yeah. Oh, my God. Woo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm going to fucking cry. Oh, my God. Get it together. Oh, my God. Get it together. It's okay. Get it together. It's going to be okay, Joe. Get it together. Oh, my God. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Nikki Cross. Nikki Ash wins. Cashes in Money in the Bank. I couldn't even get... I listened to people debate yesterday about how the face can't do that. The face can't do that. And this was exactly how I thought, Big E could cash in. But instead, Nikki Cross does it. I am going to come unglued out of my pants. Oh boy, we're gonna bring in Jake in a few minutes, but right now I just got to unleash. I need to decompress this all out of my body right now. Let me get this all out of my body right now. Ooh, baby, I got the JCS Turkey Club shirt on, by the way, for those that really love it. Oh boy, Oh, let me get it. Let me just feel it. Let me just breathe it in right now. Raw Tarded. My Raw Tarded t-shirt's still available on Teespring, by the way. Go ahead and buy it. It really couldn't be any better than this. So NXT, how's your boy? How's your boy, Karrion Kross, huh? The NXT champion is buried. The NXT belt is buried. No, he's not buried. He put his feet up and cheated. Jeff Hardy did. Karrion Kross sucks. I got news for you. He is Lance Archer. He is Lance freaking Archer. Everybody falls in praise. What, after you lose, you fucking numbskull idiot? Yeah, Jeff Hardy doesn't know what he did. Because in the end, everybody dies. It's Lance Archer, the guy from AEW who can't get a victory to save his freaking life. Yet every single promo he cuts, woo, is everybody dies. Everybody dies. Everybody dies, Lance Archer. Do they? Do they really? No, you take a pinfall. And Karrion Kross. Everybody falls and prays. Do they? Do they really? Now, which one of these guys stole which one of these guys' gimmicks? Could it be because they faced off in FSW? Could it be because they faced off so many other times that they decided to take each other's gimmick? You know what? I've got a good gimmick idea. The gimmick idea, by the way, am I right about this? I think so. A good gimmick idea, let me just explain it to you. A good gimmick idea is, I'm going to threaten people's lives and then say that they're going to die. But then every match, I'm going to lose. That's a great idea for a gimmick. I should do that, right? Well, my name is Karrion Kross. And you see, in WWE, we're not allowed to say everybody dies. But I like your idea. I really like your gimmick of losing all the time and saying something profound at the end, as if it matters. But we can't say everybody dies in WWE, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say everybody falls in praise right after my shoulders are pinned 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to say he cheated and he's going to pay for that, and he will pay for what he just did. No, I'm going to say everybody falls in praise, and that's, wow, what a great idea. Hey, let's take each other's ideas. What a great idea. Give him a check mark. Cronin right again, baby. Joe Cronin right again. 2 gimmicks, same thing, same suckage. Unbelievable stuff from these 2 guys. Wow. Just do it again. Just boom, I like it. Just keep fucking doing that. Sean Ross Sapp has 2 eyes that connect to each other. Boom. I can't say the word fuck on Twitter or else I'll be banned. But Sean Ross Sapp can make fun of autistic people and call them fuckheads. Anyway, what a wonderful night it is. What a wonderful night it is. I'm loving tonight. Goldberg's back. We all knew it, kind of, but they did throw us a curveball. I like that. John Cena came out and said about nothing. And the reason why John Cena came out and said about nothing was because we know, you now know from last night and this week, and especially last night, that, we need to sell tickets. So, and USA Network is, not only is USA Network not happy that they don't get John Cena. It's okay, USA Network. We know you don't get John Cena, but we're going to give you Goldberg. USA Network wants John Cena. Okay. So what do? Shoehorn him in. Make him come out and basically repeat what he said the night before. Septi says ass. All because they just needed to shoehorn him in for USA Network and for ticket sales. They say ticket sales. I think it's more because USA Network or some weird thing like that. And then he'll show up on SmackDown where it really begins. So we get a half-assed whatever from John Cena, which was all right, but that was all right, I guess. John Cena, cool. You guys seem to like it. I wasn't a big fan of it, but you guys seem to like it, judging by the poll numbers. And so yay for John Cena, I guess. And then the band match was nice. And then that's about it. Everything went to hell from there. All they had was returns tonight. And no Becky Lynch. No Becky again. I'm going to bet it's because everybody knew it was coming. It's got to be. It's got to be because everybody knew it was coming. But you know what they won't see is this cash-in coming at the end with Nikki Cross cashing in. I mean, this was exactly how I was booking the Big E cash-in last night. And they did it tonight, but with Nikki Ash. All right, let's welcome in Unmute. He's been here a few minutes, sitting here listening to me rant. Before I completely flip out, and I can't promise that I won't, I may have a meltdown. I will have a meltdown. I'm just going to tell you right now, at some point tonight, put the kids to bed. Because at some point, I'm going to snap. And I don't know when it is. It might be now. Because NXT, if one more of you fucking nitwit fucking people out there tweets me about being excited that somebody's coming to the main roster from NXT, I'm going to fucking block you. I'm going to fucking block you on Twitter if you ever text or tweet or email me again about whoopity-doo. Who should they call up next? Why? Why are you telling me who they should call up next? Do you want them to suck? Do you want them to die? Oh, Joe, it's his first night, dude. This is good news. He's still the NXT champion. It's just the first night. He'll be back later. And he'll do real damage then. This is just a preview. Yeah? How's fucking Keith Lee looking right now, huh? By the way, I don't even like Keith Lee anymore. He comes out looking like a fucking D-bag with his stupid look on his face. Salutations. I want to fuck you in the ring. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's why he got buried tonight. I got news for you. Keith Lee was great in NXT. Keith Lee was great on the indies. And Keith Lee on the main roster, he sucks. And I got news for you even more. Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, soon to be Kross, probably. I got news for you. At least Keith Lee was good in NXT, and at least Keith Lee was good in the indies. What the fuck is Karrion Kross gonna do? Because Karrion Kross sucks right now. Woo! That's right. I said you suck, Karrion Kross. Look into my eyes. A man sitting in my basement. I own a house. I have a YouTube channel. I have a hat on. I'm 37 years old. I've been a referee. I've been a wrestler. I've been a commentator. I've been everything. I've been in your mother's bedroom, you stupid son of a bitch, Karrion Kross. And I'm looking you in the eyes right now, Mr. Fall and Bray. And I'm telling you that you just lost to a fucking drunk. That's right. You just lost to a drunk, you buffoon. And all you gotta say is, he's gonna fall and pray. Everybody dies. Yeah, wow. That was insightful, brother. Let me tell you something. I've never been that. Wow, look out. Karrion Kross is coming. He's coming to get ya. And if you cheat and you beat him, he's going to tell you that you're going to fall and pray. Oh, man, this is like the $1 Million Man losing a match, and then he gets on the mic and goes, he's going to pay for that. And let me tell you, he's got a price for the $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price. You just lost, brother. Sorry, but the scary bad guy, scary gimmick doesn't work when you lose by a roll-up. Doesn't work. Might work for the $1 Million Man. Might work for, like, The Miz, right? It works for The Miz. Like, I don't know what just happened, but he's going to pay for that. He's going to pay for that because I'm The Miz and I'm awesome. It works for The Miz. It works for Ted DiBiase. But you know who it doesn't work for is Killer Kross or Karrion Kross, soon to be Kross. And Mr. Lance Archer, Mr. Murder Hawk himself. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. And then you lose 6 matches in a row. Not only does everybody not die, you get your shoulders pinned to the mat and look like a fucking buffoon, except for last match. He won finally because AEW must have figured out, oh, shit, maybe we should make the guy who talks about killing everybody win a match eventually, because he can't even win a match. He can't even pin shoulders to the ground, let alone make me believe that everybody dies. I don't think so. So Karrion Kross is lucky he has the NXT championship, because maybe I kind of believe that everybody falls and prays. I mean, at least I believe it in NXT. Everybody in NXT seemingly does fall and pray. But you know who doesn't seemingly fall and pray? Fucking booze behind the wheel Jeff Hardy doesn't fall and pray. So almost everybody falls and prays. Hello, Jake DeMarco. Welcome to the show. And now we can get to the show. I've blown a gasket, and I may snap again later. But one thing I will say is I was entertained tonight in a maniacal way. So, is it you took cocaine tonight because of the show? Is that what's going on here? This is the cocaine effect?
No, you got it. I can hear myself as well, but I am beyond high, unfortunately. I was really sick today, so it was that or don't show up, so I chose the former than the latter.
Well, tonight would have been the night.
I'm here.
I could have done it tonight because I'm on crack right now at this point.
I'm telling you, I totally agree with Alex in the chat. Keith Lee kept teasing why he couldn't come back. He's an asshole. If he liked the fans, he wouldn't have teased them. He would have said, if he was able to wrestle tonight, he could have cleared things up on Twitter simply, couldn't he? None of this makes sense. And then he looked distraught and defeated walking to the ring. Am I imagining that? He didn't have any energy. He kept closing his eyes. It wasn't like he was trying to look serious. It looked like he was exhausted and blown up in 2 minutes.
Well, maybe something's up with him and maybe he's about to be, maybe there's a medical thing like we've always been saying. And
I don't know, but it was bizarre. And they used him as a speed bump for Goldberg just to subvert expectations, Joe. They fed everyone Keith Lee for nothing. For nothing. Right.
No, I mean, it just was hilarious. Like, I mean, wow.
Oh, it broke me. I was laughing once he was coming out because I'm like, he's obviously not going to beat Bobby Lashley, and they're just going to use this because I already knew Goldberg was there. I had heard midway through the day that Becky was not going to be on this show. I said, that's ridiculous. They're really going to tease her entirely, and they're dangling her in front of the WWE Universe. That's what it feels like. They did that for ticket sales. They really made everyone there tonight believe she was going to be there. You can't tell me that she wasn't a motivating factor for ticket sales. A lot of people wanted to see Becky, and unfortunately that was not the case. So they gave you something else, the Nikki win. And granted, I'm glad that she was able to do that. Some people, as you had said, the face can't do that. They have to call their shot. Since when? Let her win the title. Let Big E win the title. This is basically what you wanted Big E to do, but...
Right. And, I mean, listen, very strange. Very strange stuff.
I know it popped the crowd. And someone was arguing before on Twitter saying, like, you don't believe Twitter and wrestling Twitter because all they do is complain. You listen to the live crowd, and I said, but everything is better live, of course. So that analogy and comparison doesn't work at all. Honestly, for me, I get what you're trying to say there, but really what it comes down to, I was even wrong as well. I said, watch, Jeff Hardy is going to get his theme back just to job quick to Karrion Kross.
I couldn't tell if you said that because you knew something or what. When he came out with that theme, I went, what the hell? This was just being talked about yesterday. So in my mind, I thought, that was like a rumor, and so Jake was talking about it, but it wasn't.
No, that was just a guess because I knew when he re-signed, he won the theme, and they went back for fans. So I was just, and then I said, "See, wrong again. At least I'm trying to have fun with this."
Oh my God! That's
and
hilarious.
I was like, I don't mind being wrong. At least I'm trying to enjoy it. But this was a disaster, and that's really when everything fell apart. But you remember when I said Kevin Owens lost on his debut night? No, he beat up Cena and then went on later to beat John Cena in his first official match as NXT champion. I mean. They beat Karrion Kross in less than 5 minutes. That shows you what Vince thinks about NXT. He does not care at all whatsoever. The call-ups they don't care about, and the women's division they certainly don't care about because they're just hot potato the title twice for no reason without building anyone. They didn't build Nikki before this. What? Because she won the Money in the Bank. She won 2 matches, and then they totally like X that. They 86 that idea. They went back on mentioning it, and the only reason she won is because she survived the time limit, a very short time frame. That was it. So it wasn't some like big extreme win. She just managed to not lose in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
that was all the motivation people had for her. Then she became a superhero, and here we are.
Yep. This is what Vince.
Why is she a superhero? I'm all of this is just rotten. I think my favorite part of the night was
I was wrong.
Hanky or Panky getting destroyed with the chair shots. He was actually bleeding.
Yeah, those were horrific. Shots. It looked like Drew was like, "Yeah, this happened to me when I was your age. I'm going to do it to you now."
Yeah, this was some hazing gone wrong. My God, he beat the hell out of. I think it was Panky, not Hanky.
I had said that I thought Nikki Cross was going to carry that Money in the Bank for like 9 months, so we're going to have to listen to like, I did it. Like, we're going to have to listen to that for like 7 months. Boy,
and we thought Big E was going to cash in soon on Lashley with the revenge angle. Yeah.
Yeah, because last night we literally were like, how does a babyface cash in? And we came up with basically this type of thing, like, or maybe we didn't, and I just thought about it in my head, and I didn't even talk about it. I don't think we did talk about it, but I was thinking about it because I was listening to...
No, we discussed it.
But no, not the way I'm thinking. I actually listened to someone else discuss it. I was thinking about it in my head, and I was really trying to figure out how they would do it. And then I was listening to some other people, and other people were saying, like, oh, it can't be done. And I'm like, what? It can't be done? Why not? Why can't a face just cash in? You know, I mean, Dolph Ziggler cashed in and got a huge pop, even though he was a heel, I think, at the time. So why not have a face cash in as long as the bad guy did something really bad and dastardly? Like what Charlotte was doing to Rhea Ripley tonight. Like, I got one up on you and you're injured. Now I'm going to beat you up after the match. So, like, it was just weird. It was like, that's what I wanted Big E to do. Okay, but now Nikki's doing it. But it just, dude, it really feels like to me they did this almost because they were like, yep, everyone expects Becky now. Fuck this. Bail on that. I don't know. Will we know? I don't know.
And part of me gave them kind of like a pass, too, as well with the rematches, Joe, because they didn't get to do these matches in front of fans. So as much as I'm sick of seeing all these matches time and time again, I wasn't that distraught or disturbed to see them one more time if it is, in fact, one more time. And for most of these, it felt like they were kind of moving on. I really don't know, because a lot of tonight was confusing. But really, there's not any major takeaways, though.
Right.
Sadly, there should be. You know, Keith Lee comes back, but he got destroyed. Okay. Karrion Kross makes his debut, but gets rolled up by Jeff Hardy in quick fashion. John Cena comes and does some really weird bro. What the hell was that with Riddle? That was ridiculous.
Awful.
That was so awful. I like that they got censored John Cena for the 8:00 hour. He couldn't say asshole, and he looks right into the camera. Reigns is an asshole, and I believe he needs to be knocked down a peg. And this pathetic Roman, whatever he said, like experience or extravaganza has gone on enough now. And he just kept dissing him and speaking truth, spoke volumes. That's what Cena does. He cuts great promos. He gets the crowd hyped, got everybody worked up. And I thought he was going to have a match with Riddle. I thought they said it first, because they said face-to-face with Cena, face-to-face with Riddle. And I was like, does that mean a match, or are they just talking to each other? Then they started to talk, and I don't know what the hell that was. If you were trying to give Riddle a rub, that's not what you do.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like blah. I mean, dude, the real thing is, you knew what was up. You said it the other day, that last minute they brought John Cena into Raw. They were like, last minute, we're going to put him on Raw, too. And we were like, yeah. What? Like, we expected him to be on SmackDown. We did not expect him to be at the pay-per-view. And then I definitely did not expect him to be on Raw. So that's why it was just nothing to me. Now, a lot of people really liked it. This is where I disagreed with a lot of people. A lot of people actually really liked what John Cena did at the beginning. I
didn't mind it. I honestly didn't mind it.
Yeah,
I appreciated the fact that he was there to just hype up the crowd, because mentally I knew, all right, he doesn't matter tonight. Like, they're not going to use him for a match or anything. Extra. He's just there as a pre-show hype man, but really he's going to be on air. So let him come out and do his little shtick. And I thought it was fun. It's a typical Cena style promo, but he got everybody worked up. I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was old hat John Cena.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, and that's what I didn't like, was I don't like that Cena. I don't like the guy that comes in and goes, you're here, I'm here, and everybody's happy. This is what it's about. I don't think that's what we're getting. You're happy. Like, I hate that. I don't
think that's what we're going to get from Cena going forward.
Yes, I
Granted,
know.
I honestly don't think that's, I think when he goes face-to-face Friday on SmackDown with Roman, it's going to be a whole different ball game. This was just pump up the crowd Cena, and he's good at that. He's, hey, get everybody going. But and then he got to sell the fight a little bit. But really what he was selling was that he'll be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But then that's going to sell the fight.
But I would have hoped he would say something more like, who wants to see John Cena kick Roman Reigns' ass? Like I said it again. Let Roman Reigns hear you. Hear that, Roman Reigns? That's the sound of everybody here wanting John Cena to whoop your ass. And on Friday on SmackDown, blah, blah, blah. But instead it was just a lot of that like, man, wow, some people boo me, some people cheer me, some people don't know. Like, oh my God, no. Like,
I like the way he put it, though. I didn't mind that because he was trying to just exemplify to the audience, like, hey, you decide.
But he says
who
it every
you like
time,
on
though.
Your own. I don't mind that, though, because we haven't done this, and this is the first Raw with fans in, what, a year and a half? So WWE is like, okay, everything else didn't happen, and we're kind of picking up where we left off. That's kind of how they treated most of it in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they just kind of hit play. Vince came out and said, where have you all been? So it was like Vince was in a mini coma. Maybe he did have a stroke and he forgot about the Thunderdome already. God knows. Lord be willing. But hey, we're still doing something, and it's Monday Night Raw. Granted, we want to hear from you guys, so if you'd like to go ahead and chime in, donate down below. There's 2 links, or you can always use Streamlabs. Either way, go ahead and let us know what you thought in the chat. You can go ahead and chime in as well.
All right. Bullsy, get the fuck out of my Discord, dude, and just stop being a fucking retard. All right? I'm going to just say this for the last time, bro. I'm not going to speak to you every day about me and what I say. Telling me that Dr. Earl is a great guy for saying he's going to kill people when they are, but blaming me because I make jokes about, I'm going to kill myself because of Raw. Just stop. Get out of my Discord. I don't have time to fight with you in Discord. I don't have time to deal with this. Get out of my Discord. You don't like me. Why did I try to character assassinate Dr. Earl? He literally goes around everywhere saying that I should not be saying suicide jokes and jokes about how Raw made me want to kill myself. I haven't even been saying that recently. Okay? Stop talking to me in Discord. Just go away. You don't like me, go away. Stop being mad at me because I showed you videos of Dr. Earl threatening people and threatening people with a weapon. Okay? I make jokes on my show. Dr. Earl gets angry and threatens people with a weapon. I'm sorry, if you can't see which is at least equal or worse, then get the fuck out of my Discord. Like, I'm so sick of this, dude. Get the fuck out of my fucking Discord, dude. You're a psycho, obviously. Just go away. If you don't like me, go away. Why did you try to character assassinate? What do you mean? A guy who gets angry and says he's going to shoot people with an AR? He's the one going around telling people that I'm a scumbag because Raw made me want to kill myself. That's not funny. You should not say that stuff. I'm going to kill people with my AR. Yeah, okay. Get out of here, you mentally ill fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you people? What am I supposed to say to this shit, Bullsy? What am I supposed to say with these comments? I tried to character assassinate. What, somebody? So if I had said that I have a weapon and I kill people with my AR and I'll chop their heads off and all these other things, you're not going to call that out. You're going to call out me saying, wow, Raw made me wish I was drowned in a pool. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue with the Raw review. I mean, dude, should I just block you in the Discord, or are you going to stop?
I can do it.
Just, you know what? Just block. You're done, Bullsy. Go away. Get the fuck out of here. You're done.
Headshot.
I know when I'm being either you're dumb as hell or you're trolling people, and it's probably trolling, or you're stupid. I don't know which one it is. I will not mention you again. I will not bring you up again, and I will not comment on you again. Don't message me about what you think about me, because guess what? What you think about me is irrelevant because you're just full of shit. You're just making up drama shit. Shut the fuck up and get out of here. Anyway, let's go to the donos. Nobody even knows what you're talking about, too, or what I'm talking about right now. Bomb! Jesus.
You become
Headshot.
a shit bomb.
Foxtrot, Alpha, Golf, Golf, Oscar, Tango,
John Cena.
All right. People want to use Bullsy for his money, and now he just wants to come at me. Okay, great. Go do other stuff and do whatever people want you to do for money or whatever. Thanks for the donation. Speaking of money, I'll do this for money because these are donations that actually people give a shit.
Why was Kross even on the show in the first place? He is from NXT. No one in NXT should not move to the main roster until they are really done with NXT. Also, why can't women have a longer run with Money in the Bank? It's always less than a day.
Yeah, I mean, Pacharo, why does anyone get excited anymore? I don't understand why people get excited for people in NXT. I don't understand it. Why? Oh my God, he's coming to the main roster. Why? Why are you excited? And again, Keith Lee is the perfect reflection. There's Kross tonight. Looks like a buffoon. He doesn't have the fucking sexy with him. Where's the sexy girl to dance? You know? Where's the sexy girls to dance for Karrion Kross? Where are the sexy guys? Where are the sexy
They're not
girls?
existing anymore. They're not
I don't
allowed
know.
to. She's going to become the singles talent, even though she can't wrestle. Remember?
Yep. So Lana, too, is coming. Wow, she's so hot, she's going to wrestle. What? Where's Karrion Kross's dancing girl?
Same thing with Eva. She can't wrestle at all either. And she said she wants to be booed in front of the fans. Of course she's going to be booed. That's what she's building towards. But now they brought Lily back, and oh my God, it just gets worse.
Kross's
entrance,
ridiculous.
It's not fall and pray. It's like Paul said, fall and swallow. When you don't have Scarlett there anymore, it loses all of the intrigue and point. And it was more than her just looking attractive. It was the point of her singing and at least lip syncing and all of these, the lights, the fog. It just fit. It worked perfectly. And then she was a great manager, too. So the whole package worked. Without her, it's lost.
Right.
They're going to strip him of the title because he attacked Samoa Joe, I guess is what's being said. Solid Monster had that idea, but I guess it's actually being rumored as a plan as well. They're advertising, has Karrion Kross gone too far now? So maybe they will remove the title. I don't know if they will, but maybe they'll screw him out of the title. Either which way, it doesn't look like he's going to be pinned or lose it on NXT. He'll leave undefeated is the tentative plan, even though he's already been pinned on Raw. So what the fuck does it matter?
You're right. Who cares? Well, they sort of protected him because Jeff Hardy cheated.
Yeah, that evil heel, Jeff Hardy. That dastardly evil bastard that always cheats.
Well, he's got new music now, so it's a different.
And it's his face music too. It's not like he's Willow suddenly. What the hell is going on? Why would he cheat? So many people message me. Jay Zombie's like, why would he? What the hell happened?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So confused.
It is really funny though. Vince hates NXT. I mean, there's got to be no other reason. Vince freaking hates NXT. And look at Keith Lee, dude. If you don't believe it, look at Keith Lee. Like, it looks ridiculous. And by the way,
we've known for a long time.
And his music
people
sucks.
saying, stop, it's only one match. That's not the point here.
It's not.
He was undefeated, and he lost by a roll-up.
Yep.
Is it possible you can share your screen on Discord as well, please?
You know what Kross should have done?
Thank you.
Was Kross should have kicked out of it and like powered out of it, even though Jeff was cheating. But again, why would he be cheating? I don't know.
I don't understand that he's using heel tactics suddenly when he hasn't been. It wasn't his repertoire at one point in time because that was part of his character, but not in any recent times. He's what? 3-15 we said on Twitter now. He was 2-16, 2-15.
Why didn't they bring in Bob Jones, for a squash?
I figured they would. They would just have Karrion Kross win his debut match against Cedric Alexander, have a squash, come out, and then Jeff Hardy could make the challenge and then have a full-on rivalry out of it. If you want, fine, but not this. And why would is Jeff interested in the NXT title or that? I would have preferred at this point the belt not even come out with him because it really just embarrassed NXT. That's their champion getting rolled up on Raw in 4 minutes time.
Right. Thank you, Renegade, man. Appreciate that, brother. But yeah, it's just weird, dude. I don't know. But that I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he is just giving opinions, but he's not. He's just fucking trolling me. That's all it is. People are just trolling me for attention. I get it. You're right, Renegade. The Renegade Joe Compton.
The one, the only.
Yeah. People like
Frylock.
like attention, but it just, I give people the benefit of the doubt when it's somebody that I've sort of known a little bit, So it's hard to believe people will just it's hard to believe people want to see you hurt or people want to troll you in real it's just hard to believe people are that fucking sinister and weird. This whole fucking
I know.
A lot of people in the community are just fucked in their head. It's crazy. People were fucking
People that you're friends with and have conversations with daily and suddenly flip for no reason at all.
Yeah, and do something horrific to people.
And then try and use personal conversations info against you because it'd be funny to hurt you.
Oh, yeah, just in all kind there's just so much going on.
In every aspect, absolutely.
I was watching two people, not relating to me, but I was watching two people the other day. They invited me to something, and then I watched them dox each other, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with all you people? But yeah, I pretty much don't get involved in those groups and those people anymore. The minute I start seeing this shit, I'm out. I'm not doing that. I got a show to run. I got things to do over here. Go fuck off. You want to play fucking drama games or this guy, that guy? Let me do. No, fuck off. I ain't doing it. But listen, Charlotte looked.
But listen, Goldberg comes out and gets an automatic title shot. That's right. Alex is right. You know what? Doesn't make sense. He already lost, and he lost clean at the Royal Rumble. That's a great point. So why does he now get to come in and challenge for the title again? What gives him the right?
Because I'm next.
Namesake, but there's just no consistency. Now the Viking Raiders are getting another title shot simply because they won the 6-man tag, which was a good way to get the crowd going. I like the opening match on Raw. Yes, very samey. Yes, we've already seen it before, but everything we've seen before, not in front of a live crowd. So I think that's why they wanted to run like the best of, or at least the best of those scenarios.
Now, is this for SummerSlam?
Previously,
SummerSlam, right? Because we predicted they would get another shot at SummerSlam, and that's where they win.
that's what we were thinking. That or it'd be Riddle and Randy Orton if they went ahead and they went to cash in if they won the Money in the Bank.
Right.
So, but that didn't happen. So then we said the Viking Raiders. Yeah, that was our other plan.
Yep. And so this looks like it's happening. No, I don't think. I mean, God damn it! I wonder what people think. No, I don't know. Nobody saw Cross, Ash or whatever winning, though. I still can't get over that happened.
Well, like I had said, I had heard once they weren't bringing Nikki in that they wanted to do a cash-in, but I didn't think that was legit by any means, or I would have had you run with it.
Wow.
So
I'm shocked, bro.
They're teasing everybody with Nikki, though, and I think that's... I knew last night she was only going to be in the building, but the tentative plan we had heard all along was her coming back tonight. They sold tickets on the precipice that she would be returning tonight.
You said Nikki every time. I think you meant Becky. Or did I hear?
Yeah, maybe I did. Either way. But
okay.
yeah, Becky was supposed to return and Nikki won to go ahead and mess it all up. So, but like I said, I like the 6-man tag. They had some cool spots in it. Johnny Drip Drip. What was the shirt?
Oh my God, dude. It was, dude, I heard about 70 things that I got to repeat to you right now.
Oh, America Moist Wanted. That's
America's Moist Wanted. Listen to this. I heard the following in regards to him throughout the night. The Drip Daddy, America's Moist Wanted, Drip Stick, and Squirt Daddy merch.
Oh, God.
I heard Squirt Daddy. I heard fucking Squirt Daddy, bro.
I didn't hear Squirt Daddy.
Squirt Daddy.
That is impressive. Holy hell.
And oh my God, dude, that guy yesterday was donating as Scott Steiner, doing the Steiner math. And then tonight,
from Impact,
Jackson Riker sounded exactly like Scott Steiner.
He really
sounds
did.
like him. And
he really did.
I couldn't believe it.
We've said it before, though, when he was whipping himself, he kind of had that Steiner sound to him. So, yeah.
Oh, my God. He was dead on Steiner tonight. I was dying. I don't know what he said anymore now, but oh, my God, where's the promo? I hope it, is it, I don't think it's up. I wish it was up from tonight because it was hilarious. It was when Elias was in the ring, right?
He was, what did he say? It was like, you'll never walk with Elias again, like something like that. And
oh, God, he sounded like Steiner. I couldn't believe it. He was like, and you'll never walk with Elias again. It was just like the way.
Yeah, he's like I'm sick of you introducing yourself over and over and over again. He's like, the fans will never hear I am Elias again after tonight, something like that. But the way he said it, Steiner-esque for sure. And that was exactly after the 6-man tag. So, did you like the 6-man tag? Squirt Daddy.
It was. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't. I wasn't. Whoa. It was all right. I didn't like. It was all right. I didn't love it, but I mean, I was kind of like. I think it's
they let
because
Ivar get the big moonsault, and then Starship Pain both missed. You know, that was cool.
It was fun.
And then Riddle had the funny moment where he sprays the drip stick onto Omos, and then runs away. And I almost said Ivar, and you know, Miz got blamed for it, so that was amusing as he goes to wreck Miz, but he ends up throwing drip back into the ring.
When Raw.
I don't know why that's happening.
Oh yeah, SmackDown. So we got that to lead to the Viking experience on to Morrison. He ate one hell of a pinfall, and now they get their rematch on next week's Raw. So I liked it a lot.
I liked it. It was all right, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And then even Riker and Elias is about the last thing I think I enjoyed.
And yeah, we know the tag title match is next week, but we're saying they can win the titles then, and it might lead to a feud till SummerSlam. Or
wait a minute. No, I didn't know that. No, I did not know that.
Now you didn't know that?
Yeah, so that's different.
That's what I was saying before, because they go to next week to have the Raw tag team titles. That's what I'm excited for.
Okay, so that's
what
different.
I just said.
Yeah, see, I thought it would lead to SummerSlam match where they win, but we just thought there'd be a big chase. Like, okay, Viking Raiders going to lose, but they'll then win.
I think it's going to be in the reverse now. I think the chase is going to come from Riddle and Orton.
Okay.
I think that if that doesn't happen, then it has to be, you know, AJ and Omos again. But I think that they're going to go ahead and either which way, they'll be the next ones to challenge.
You're right.
Because Orton's got to come back in front of live fans sooner than later.
Yep, and then
he has to be at SummerSlam. I can't imagine him not. And he's not going to do anything in the singles realm right now when he's tied up with Riddle.
That does not align with what I was talking about then, because then the Viking Raiders aren't going to get that shot, aren't going to win.
Well, I'm thinking they might win next week, and that'll take in the titles, you know. But then if they don't, that makes more sense for Riddle and Orton to go as the faces, and that makes, you know. But we got to see if they go with that.
Right.
But we'll see what happens, and then.
Wait
we have
minute.
Another Symphony of Destruction match.
Let's stop. I need to read this comment. And we're going to play the donations. But let me read this comment. Let me see. Joe, you don't even watch NXT enough to understand why they booked Kross this way. He's clearly going to lose to Joe at TakeOver and then destroy Hardy. I mean, that's fine. He may do that. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I do watch NXT.
And Kross has been booked like a monster. He's destroyed everybody. And because he attacked Samoa Joe, but I don't understand that comment. He won the Fatal 5-Way, and then he defeated Johnny Gargano. And then after beating Gargano clean, he goes ahead and chokes out Samoa Joe while screaming, unless provoked. So they might even strip him of the title. But if they don't, of course they'll lead to the match between Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross. That's what they've been building to since Joe's been back.
Yeah,
Joe's got a bunch of potential feuds. Him and Pete Dunne, him and Cole, but obviously him and Kross is the one they're working towards.
But I know
all
this
earlier.
What does this have to do with him being pinned tonight by Jeff Hardy?
It doesn't make any sense.
I literally know what's going on in NXT, and even if I didn't, it's still stupid. Your NXT champion just got pinned by Jeff Hardy. He cheated, which was weird. What are you talking about? What do you mean I don't watch enough to know? What do you mean? Like, what? I know because I know. Like, it just is fucking stupid what they did with him. I get the story. He's going to come kick Jeff Hardy's ass now. But he looked stupid. He looked dumb. Stupid and dumb. Everyone falls in praise. Do you know what all those people thought who never seen him before? They were like, what the fuck was that? Nobody thought that was impressive, cool, or nothing. And even more reason if he's wrestling Samoa Joe. He could have gotten DQ'd. That would have been better. He takes Jeff Hardy tries to cheat. He kicks out of it. Then he takes Jeff Hardy outside the ring and said, you try to cheat me, and then he breaks his arm outside the ring or something, or he smashes him into the posts and bounces his head off the post, gets disqualified, and he looks insane, and then he powerbombs him through a table or off the side of the apron or on the steel something or whatever the fuck. And then he's like, oh my God, this guy's crazy and unleashed, proving more how unleashed and unhinged Karrion Kross, the NXT champion, is. He needs to be dealt with by Samoa Joe. What the fuck was the point in this tonight? I don't give a shit what you think I watch or don't watch. That was retarded. Sorry, you're crazy. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. What the hell? I'm going to snap tonight. Shit bomb!
You become
Nick Grasso, what's up?
shit bomb.
Kross is dead and Goldberg is trash. Worst wrestling show on TV right now. 010.
Whoa, Nick Grasso dropping the $14.99.
Damn. Even if this was the worst show ever, I couldn't give it a 0 because the live crowd was good.
I'll still give it, this is still to me, listen, I was still entertained tonight in a way. Like, I mean, there were these returns, these things that happened. This was better than the last year, like tonight. Tonight was like Mania, Night After Mania. We said this yesterday. I said, get ready for Night After Mania Raw. This was a better Raw After Mania than the last 3 Raw After Manias. It really
was raw tarded at the same time, which was the issue. So they had these big spectacle moments. Keith Lee returns, Karrion Kross debut, Goldberg comes back, title change with a Money in the Bank cash in. Big things, a new 24/7 champion. I mean, I guess that's noteworthy.
Yeah, I mean,
so we get all of these things, but it was still kind of a failure.
It's like it was good, but I wonder if it's in a way it was good, but I just wonder. Let's talk about something I really liked. I really thought that music thing match was nice. I mean, at first I rolled my eyes and I was like, and also we have to talk about how, I mean, Elias is getting cheered. Riker's getting booed. They booed Riker and cheered Elias. Somebody has to tell Dallas, Texas that Riker likes Trump. Doesn't Texas like Trump?
Yeah, they dooed him real hard.
You're supposed to like Riker, Texas. Although it was Dallas. I think they're more left-leaning. But, so they booed Riker, and then they piped in crowd cheers, I think, for Riker because it was weird. Maybe.
Some people jump to it immediately when I don't always see it, but other times it seems like it. I'm not sure if they are or if they aren't. I
don't know either. I can't either, but I just couldn't. It was weird, and they booed Riker on the screen. When he was on the screen talking, they kind of booed him, and then it was weird. I don't know. I'm not one of these people that jumps on every 2 seconds. Like a lot of people, every 2 seconds on Twitter and everywhere, they're like, "Oh my God, fake crowd pump! There's the fake crowd." You know, I don't know. I can't tell. But Jackson Riker was the one time tonight where I thought, man, are they pumping in something fake there? That's weird. And they booed him.
Just
and they
like the
cheered
laughter
Elias.
that happened for Eva Marie tripping. Just like Greg said, that was probably one of the fucking stupidest things to see. The way she tripped was awful. And then Alexa's reaction, oh, you got to,
that was terrible.
Awful. They obviously brought Lily back to sell more merch. They're trying to sell the dolls either soon or are already live. So just like they sold the puppets. Lucky us.
I don't know who's buying those.
People.
I mean, if I brought my daughter, she'd probably buy it. But that's about.
I think that's what they're basing this on is the kid factor.
Although I think my daughter would buy Cena. She'd probably buy Cena stuff. She's like loves Cena for some reason. Yeah,
Danny used to be a big Cena fan back then too.
I don't know why my daughter likes Cena. She just says I'm going to marry him. And I'm like, why? What the hell have you ever seen him even do? And like you said,
I think back then it was part of like the superhero presentation he had where he, things we didn't like, him never getting beaten was what the little kids admired.
Yeah.
I really think that's what a lot of people looked up towards. So,
and like their friends all knew who he was, kind of, and he was like known, and he was on Nickelodeon, like you said the other day, and he's at the Kids Awards and things like that. I guess. But I still.
It said right there in his bio, Fast 9-star of the Suicide Squad. He brought up the Peacekeeper costume. It is a big deal. So.
Yeah. So I mean, tonight was a weird night.
Think about Harley Quinn and how every single girl that Halloween and even Halloween subsequent afterwards,
Right.
how many were Harley Quinn for Halloween.
Yeah.
I still saw it, this year constantly. Every girl's, instead of 8 out of 10, it was 4 out of 10, but still a bunch of them Harley Quinns. Now John Cena's in a movie with Harley Quinn, and that of course it's going to be massive, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
girls love the Harley Quinn thing somehow. That always baffled me. Yeah, let's
we
idolize her.
We were hoping that tonight we would start seeing this story writing and this change and whatever. And really what we mostly got was the Band-Aid bullet holes thing again. Okay, people come back, money cash in, but other than that, no real story from almost anything. And so there, a little bit, but it was good. I enjoyed tonight in ways. Like, I did not fall asleep really. I did get a little tired in the middle. But it wasn't like
there was a
usual.
point that definitely slowed down. And yeah, SmackDown did get a 2.310, so that's great for that. I said 2.3 as a guess, so right there, just about. Both of us, said that they would get a really high rating this time, obviously, with coming back with fans. And
we believe tonight's Raw is going to do something.
Oh, tonight's Raw, I bet you will be just about or equal to 2 million.
Yep, I thought 1.9, so that's pretty close.
Yeah, and I think Cena still does love wrestling, Alex. I honestly do. It seems like he has a great affinity for all of this, and his passion is still there. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Joe. This definitely hit a lull, but for the most part, I was entertained. Because after that, we had, the backstage stuff with Sheamus and Mansoor and all of that. It was an okay segment, but it just set up that Ali and Mansoor are going to be tag partners. I'm interested to see how that works out.
Yeah.
And Sheamus had to defend his title. So then we got, obviously, Flair to come out, and then she said she could beat Rhea any night of the week. Rhea makes her entrance and gets a small Rhea chant, actually. Fans are somewhat behind her. And Charlotte tries to say, oh, look, you've got some fans, and people get a bit louder. And Charlotte's saying, I'll save you. You can't fight. Your knee is in no shape. Adam and Sonya come out. They make it official. And now we basically get that the crowd wants Becky at this point. So they're pretty much not totally quiet, but they're not as loud as they can be because they keep looking to the stage. They're waiting for Becky. And if you look tonight for the main event, they were always looking.
Yes.
Always looking for Becky. Chanting, looking, that they were waiting, and they didn't get it. That's why they reacted with a big pop for Nikki, no doubt, but they wanted Becky.
It was a weird pop. It was like they weren't fully committed to cheering the cash in because they were like, oh, what? And then
it wasn't what they wanted, but
they were like, yeah, Becky, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Like that's kind of what it was like. Like, who is it? Oh, like, so that's instead of being like, Becky, it was like, Becky, like that's exactly what those are the mindset that most people went through. But, but if it had been Becky, it would have been,
they were hoping for
her. It would have been, but instead it was just like,
Because at first they were like Nikki, and then they're like, oh, that's right, she's the Money in the Bank holder, cash in. Like, it had to take a second to click.
Exactly.
And anybody that doesn't cheer Mansoor better fear Saudi. I agree, Alex. That's a great point. You definitely want to make sure whatever city you are in, if Mansoor comes out, you give him a standing ovation.
Yes, because they will ID you using they will hack your Facebook and use your facial recognition software, hunt your family down and chop their parts off. So let's not make that mistake, and let's go to the donations. Shit bum.
I've wrestled a lot of fat asses. You'd be surprised how tough some of these guys are. You can't push a fat guy away from the TV with his banquet dinner. It's hard. These fat asses are used to physical and mental abuse cause they're fat.
Look at that. We got some more Steiner coming in here.
Well, Big Bad Booty Daddy, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum and dropping a dono like that. You mercifully... By the way, I had a little goal here set up. Someone said, bring back the goals. We like the goals. And I had gotten rid of them for a while because I just think they're weird to get a goal for money, but people like them, so here you go. Let's see what happens. Can we hit the goal? I don't know. This will pay for the big one. There it
As
is.
crazy as it sounds, most fat guys don't like to be called fat asses. But there ain't no fat ass that can hang with the genetic freak.
Listen, Big Bad Booty Daddy.
That's the truth.
We basically agree with that. You know, I mean, let's be honest. I pretty much agree with you. And you can do anything you want. You know what, Big Bad Booty Daddy, could you take a swing by my mom's house? She's 70 and lonely. Could you just, think about that? You don't have
Or
to
we
do
can go
it.
to the Shoney's. Bring your mom to Shoney's.
The Shoney's? What's that?
It's his buffet, Scott Steiner's.
Oh,
That's right, Paul.
That's right. I forgot all
Yeah.
about that.
Take your mom out for a nice buffet dinner and hook her up with Scott.
Oh, no, not you, Ryback. You son of a bitch. Ryback.
I'll finish it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ryback. He has donated.
What's up, Joe? You lying fucking at some N-word? Don't mind me. I'm just sitting over here eating my bullshit vegan lasagna. Vince should have had me cash in on Charlotte tonight. Fucking mongoloid. 6 out of 10 tonight. Finish it. Shell shock.
Thank you, Ryback. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much.
Shit bomb.
We're at $49 of the
I
200
sent you
gold.
and Jake 2 reactions on Twitter if you want to bring it up and have a laugh.
Let's take a
One
look.
reaction is of Karrion Kross loses and the other is Nikki Ash winning the title. Fuck this company, a gun to the head of WWE.
Yeah, see, we like to play those type of reactions, but it's hard because it shows the clips of, actual Raw, so we can't risk showing it without being struck down by the savage YouTube gods. It's difficult, but anytime you feature any of the Raw clips themselves, it's hard. We might be able to do audio only, but
Let me take a look. Andrew, what's up, Andrew? Thank you for the comments. I'm good, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. You guys are really nice to me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Disgusted and pissed. After 2 nights of people talking good about WWE, they throw it away in few hours. I hope Bruce Pritchard has another heart attack and Vince dies from choking on dick. What an awful show. And fuck Bill Goldberg.
Wow, Alexa's sweet ass. I thought he was talking about the fans, but he's actually talking about WWE. By the way, I went on TikTok and I did that stupid ring announcer thing. So if anybody wants to go on TikTok and tweet it or whatever you do on TikTok, share it, love it, like it, something like that. I don't know. Go ahead on TikTok, check it out. I'm at Joe Cronin Show on TikTok for all you TikTok people. And I only have 104 followers. And some guy named Joe Cronin has like 500. So we've got to beat that guy. It's crazy. Joe Cronin Show on TikTok. Check it out. And there's a couple more donations. All right. Shababin, thank you. What was that? Oh, no. Shahabudin. Oh, my God. I get what it is.
all right. Yeah, and Jennifer in the chat said, hard for fans to give a crap, about Nikki, and she's right, because she says they've only had her in existence for like 2 weeks. No kidding.
Buff Bagwell ain't nothing but a Chippendales dancer.
Oh, Buff Bagwell, nothing but a Chippendales bouncer. That's terrible. What a poor bastard. Big Bad Booty Daddy, thank you so much for the $5. Becoming a $5 ship bum. Big Bad Booty Daddy is taking over at this point. And Bullsy, if you stop, I will bring you back to Discord. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop it. Was that the Joker? Fucking no, I'm not. B the Messiah says that's Botchberg. Sam Cortez says Nikki Ass. Alexa Oli says maybe Vince will join Jeff Bezos in the space program.
After Cross says everybody will fall and pray to Patrick, you could audibly hear one fan scream, God, you suck, this shit is so bad it's hilarious. 5 hate points and $5 for your coffee tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, Colonel Stutters. Colonel, you are the man. I'm actually having anxiety heart palpitations, so I stopped drinking, but I do have half a cup left of Dunkin' Dog Nuts, and I'm happy about that. I really appreciate it. Thank you, brother. It's been a weird day. Jake is barely alive, and he had to watch that entire Raw. It was I'm somewhere around a 5 for Raw. 5 maybe or 6ish or somewhere.
I don't know. I really didn't like
Don't mind if I do.
Oh shit! One more.
Duncachino.
Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Say hello to my chocolate friend.
Katrina wants his Scarlet Mammy.
Mosh Master D. Thank you, Mosh Master D. It's good to see you too, Mosh Master D, one of the OGs here on the show. And shout out to Bryan, who became a $25 producer on Patreon. Thank you for that. Jake, what were you saying?
Because Sheamus and Humberto was, I didn't care for any of it. I mean, you knew Humberto.
It looked like they got hurt, both of them in the match. Like,
yeah, they looked like they actually hurt each other a couple of times, and they said this was a championship contenders match, so he had to win to then get a title shot.
Yeah,
but I thought he already earned a title. I don't know. I thought this was a title match. They originally said, but when they came out of the commercial break, they then said it was a contenders match. So it's like they changed their mind.
What happened?
Because when they had the interview with Sheamus early on, when he interrupted Mansoor, Saudi's favorite, we went ahead and heard. I thought that he had to defend his title.
Right.
So I was just shocked and confused yet again, but that was kind of the theme of the night. Then Bobby Lashley comes out and does the whole usual shtick of, I distracted him and now he's a monster. We got the open challenge and they want to subvert expectations. It's not Goldberg yet. It's Keith Lee, Texas own, because it did say someone from Texas was going to debut today. Look at that. It was a return, not a debut. Keith Lee comes out looking miserable. At least that's how I took it. Barely any energy, kind of just kept closing his eyes, looking like he's smelling around, hoping to find somebody with some weed to perk him up.
He always looks like that to me.
And he looked really, really just out of his element tonight. It looked like he hadn't wrestled in 6 months. Like that was the kind of Keith Lee I saw. They just kept not so much botching, but everything looked clunky and just not. They didn't sync up really. And Keith was blown up 2 minutes into the match. I swear it was less than 6 minutes long. Very disappointing match. The crowd gave him a big reaction, but then I don't even think it was as big as like a hometown mega, superstar usually gets. So they could have done more for him here. And then on top of it, he loses clean in less than 6 minutes. And now the crowd didn't give two shits. Then Goldberg comes out, who is the real, attraction here.
That was the good thing, is that they swerved us a little bit with that. So I appreciated that. I
appreciated that they tried something, but I just hated that it was at Keith Lee's expense.
Exactly.
It's a two-sided coin, double-edged sword.
Well, no, I mean, because you just put someone else in that position, and then it's fine. That's the point.
It just shows still what they think of Keith Lee, and
I don't even care. I mean, yeah, I don't.
It's like what we think of Casey is Raw.
Keith Lee's done. I mean, there's nothing for him. Forget it. Like, he's done. Keith Lee's done.
Put him next to Karrion Kross now.
Yeah, I think Kross is done too. I mean, if Kross is in NXT, if Kross is in NXT, he's great. He's fine. But if Kross is coming to the main roster, he's done. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And I didn't really like him anyway. So he's done, and Keith Lee's done. The difference between Kross and Keith Lee,
he's been teasing his fans this whole time, like Alex said too. But this is a great point. And this whole time we've been worried about him trying to figure things out. We get all these cryptic tweets. He hasn't tweeted in something like 12 days, I believe, since the 8th. I think was the last time.
Yeah.
And it was, remember when I was NXT champion? No info, no nothing. And then he comes back tonight, not looking like his normal self, and why we still have no explanation. It just feels shitty.
I like that.
It does. It feels shitty. It's beyond upsetting.
Tonight was so weird. It's like, I like that Goldberg came out. I like what they did. I don't like...
I get it, because I do like the fact that they had the open challenge, and they're like, so it's not Goldberg tonight. We'll see him next week. Like, that was the point but then you got him anyways, and the crowd was obviously happy to see Goldberg. You knew that was what was going to happen.
Well, Goldberg was like Cena.
They held each other back as Goldberg blew out the mic by screaming, "I'm next."
Yeah.
And some people are right. Like, why does he deserve a match? But hey, it's Goldberg. You knew this was going to happen.
Why does Cena deserve a match?
I'm beyond all of that. They didn't have anybody to challenge, Bobby Lashley set up anyways. What are you going to say, Kofi? They destroyed him in
well,
you know,
John Cena,
every way possible.
John Cena and Goldberg are the same thing. They both show up, say, "I want match." That's the same thing. They both
and
did
Cena
the
can
same
go
thing.
on either show, draft be damned. Doesn't matter now. He's on Raw.
Cena and Goldberg
SmackDown.
cut their typical promos too. Like that, it really was just, "You're next." Okay, that's what Goldberg always does. Cena came out and said, "Some people boo me, some people cheer me." It was the same thing from both of them that I always hear. So eliminate those things. Okay, exciting when they walk out with the music. Exciting to see the fan reaction. Then they say same thing always. Yay. Then they leave. And then we're waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, the real special moments at the end when Becky comes back. Okay, that'll be the real special thing because she was pregnant. She's coming back. This will be different.
Thought.
And then no, and then there's a cash in, and it was like, oh, like so tonight was weird. It was like it was weird. It was a weird show.
Yeah, I did not think that they weren't going to go with Becky and have this cash in angle, and that was so bizarre, especially because Nikki Ash has only been around for a couple weeks, like Jennifer said before, and I thought they were going to use the briefcase to build her character, hopefully, and have her be a comedy
I
act.
guess with her actually counting them out.
But I guess now that's what we're getting. So then we had everything happen with Jinder out in the ring, and he recaps his entire feud. He's got Hanky and Panky with him. He goes over every step that we've already seen for weeks now. Takes the sword, breaks the sword. We take the bike, we break the bike. Here we are. I think Hanky is going to sing Happy Birthday. And then we go ahead and we get the one and only Drew McIntyre coming out with a steel chair. And I really like this segment. It got a ton of heel heat. I wish Jinder didn't have to recap so much and had more time to be Jinder Mahal. He was very scripted at the beginning, and then once he got into getting off of the recap screen and getting onto himself, I can buy 10 motorcycles. That's not the issue. I am, you'll never get a championship, ever again, so long as Lashley is champion. And those chair shots were brutal. So obviously McIntyre then beats the hell out of Panky, something like 19 chair shots. And then they go for the 20th time. And oh my God, after like 5, I was like, okay, those are brutal. After 10, I was like, he's dead. 15, please stop. This is uncomfortable. 20, I was like, all right, one more time.
Yeah. And you know what this is a good lesson in? Escalation. So
Yes.
everybody out there, this is called escalation, right? Like, so you break a guy's bike, they then ruin your career match. Then you beat a guy with a steel chair.
Till he's dead.
And then
He was bleeding out of the back of his head somewhere.
And then something else happens after. Like, this is evil.
Panky is destroyed. If we see him anytime soon on Raw, then I will have to, shove at least, $5 worth of coins up my ass, because that is absolutely ridiculous.
It's like when
they let him get annihilated with chair shots.
It's like when Dr. Mongoloid says, Joe, you shouldn't make jokes about suicide. And then I say, well, you shouldn't make videos angry for real, threatening people with a weapon. And then someone says, I'm bad for doing that. And then it's called escalation. Right? Like, it's the wrestling mentality. But no, that's what this is. So in real life, it's like in real life, somebody cuts you off. So then you get mad and you drive up next to them and you go, hey, fuck you. And then they start following you, and then you get mad at that, and then you stomp on your brakes, and then they
they start shooting at you, and then
they kill you.
Start returning fire. And
and then someone dies.
That was like yesterday, but
that's exactly what happens. That's what Drew's going through right now. Drew's like, all right, you kicked me out of the match. Now I'm going to break your bike. And now,
I didn't know I killed that guy. I didn't know I told you about that. But
what happened?
He hit my back end, and then I just fucking started returning fire. It was brutal. But
no, wait, what happened to you? What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Raw. Never mind. Well, it's a movie. So then they advertise Karrion Kross. No surprise necessary. Let's just, hey, the NXT champion is coming out next, kids.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to boost ratings. It's not going to keep people tuned in, because most people don't watch NXT. Because they don't give anybody a reason to watch NXT, because they let their NXT champion come out looking like a fool, because it's only one half of a team, and then they let him get rolled up in less than, what was it, 2 minutes? It was a minute 40 exactly. That's your NXT champion. And Jeff Hardy got his new entrance music, which is just his old entrance theme. So congratulations, everybody wins.
Time to cheat and hold the ropes. That's funny. Hey, oh shit, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh my god.
Oh, spank me and wank me. I thought it was hanky and panky. Sorry.
I just don't know. I'm trying to think like about Kross. Like Vince really hates NXT. Like he absolutely hates NXT. By the way, Juan told me the doll was released last week.
Yeah. Okay. So it's selling for $40 and
it just
I knew they were
out.
going to start selling it live, so I wasn't sure if they started. I knew online it started selling, but I wasn't sure if they started selling it live this week or next week. So
why can't she just come out holding the doll, put it in her corner, and then it be her like thing that she carries to the ring like a prop? Why does it have to have that it's alive and it controls things? Why can't she just hold it and look at it and laugh and play with it and then put it and bring it to the ring with her? Or why does
I don't know either. It doesn't quite make sense. I don't know what they were going for.
Why don't they treat it
like the puppets all made sense in the Firefly Funhouse because they each represented something. Lily is just there because Bray had puppets.
Yeah, I have puppets.
Like that's the point of it, and it's just like yeah, exactly. Dolls.
Well, she could just be like, "This was my doll when I was little."
Well, exactly. She could have, but there was no explanation for it ever. No rhyme, no reason, no justification. And then, like you said, it's got to be all-knowing and all-powerful and have magic voodoo attached powers. So
it'd be great.
It tripped Eva, and now it's going to go and do all this
She
stuff.
should pull a Joker, and when she's in a fight with some other girl or going to wrestle some other girl, she could totally just be like, you know how I got this doll? It was first grade or like it was kindergarten, and this girl had a doll that I thought was beautiful. And so I bashed her in the head with a fucking whatever, and I took it, and that's how I got it. And then it's like someone's like, "What the hell? You're insane." Am I? Like, and then she can totally just make up a new story every time too, and be like, "You know how I got this doll?" Like
that's what I was going to say. Would make her more like the Joker, where it's always multiple choice, never definitive.
Or just treat it like that's her spirit animal type of thing. Like I've had this doll since I was little, and when bad things happen to me, she was always there for me. And now when bad things happen to other people because of me, she's there for me. And she puts the doll in the corner. It's like, what the hell is that about? And that would seem more like demented and like realistic that she's mental. That's perfect. But being like, this doll has supernatural powers, like that is, it just doesn't play off right. And that treating the doll like it's the Undertaker's urn is a better idea than the doll has powers or something. And even if the doll did, just bring it to the ring and do that with it. Don't have the backstage stuff all the time. That's the problem. I think if they realize that, like, pretend it's the Undertaker's urn, and it's a doll, and it's called Lily, and you can sell it, just like we sold the urn. But it's way more. It would get over. But see, the thing about that is, it would get over the same with kids. It would still be the same thing for kids, and it would get over with adults. It's not over with adults. It's cringy for adults. Not that supernatural stuff is, because that stuff you will accept if it's done the right way.
Yeah, if it's not hokey and feels genuine, we can work with anything. Undertaker, proved that. And some of the Fiend stuff initially was really cool, and I was all about it. I liked the storytelling. Is this a twisted Mr. Rogers? And the last thing we heard from Bray himself was 5 days ago. He responded to a tweet. Someone said, "We miss you, Bray, forever and always. You are our leader." And Bray Wyatt replied to that tweet saying, "I miss you guys too. Believe me." That's all we've heard from Bray Wyatt.
So he's pulling the Keith Lee of like, trust me.
Basically, we're getting cryptic from that on, but obviously the storyline left at Mania was confusing with Alexa taking over his role. Okay, but I don't know what or why really he's out still to this point. We heard originally it was like some mental issues or having a hard time dealing with the passing of Brody Lee. That might have been it, but nothing was definitive. So we haven't really heard much or anything, and now we just have these little cryptic tweets.
Yeah, I almost, you know what it is? I wonder. Okay, so it could be he left because he kind of wanted time off, so then they were like, fine. And they may have also thought, we like Alexa more? Maybe? Or maybe they thought if we're going to have I really almost believe that he did leave on his own. Because why did that story go nowhere? I wonder if he said, hey, can I have 6 weeks off? And Vince was like, are you serious? Like, we're pushing this big thing with you. We made a Fire Inferno match thing for you and all these other things. It reminds me of AJ Styles. Like, AJ Styles is like, yo, get this belt off me. I don't want to do this. Okay, fine, and do dog shit. Well, Bray Wyatt, I got to take a break for a little bit. Okay, well, oh my God. You know, we've got people like Alexa's supernatural character, and they kind of like yours, but all right, fine, we're going to give it all to her. And we can't have Bray Wyatt around if she's doing it. Then it's not special, and it takes over what she's doing. So we need to completely get rid of Bray Wyatt in order to keep her going. So it's one of two things. Either he really did leave on his own because of what was going on, taking a break, and that's the only reason he's really gone, or he really did leave for a little bit, but they also kind of said, well, since you don't really give a shit, we're going to give it all to Alexa, and we can't just bring you back while we're doing that with her.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe, but I guess they could have still, because they could have had both of them. And I mean, it is very confusing with all of it, no doubt. I did hear as well, who brought this up in the chat? I've got to find it quick, but yeah, Be the Messiah said, I heard he was advertised for the August 9th episode of Raw. That was said to have happened, but then I guess he was taken out of the advertisements. So I'm not sure which one still stands. I haven't seen the local advertisements again since that first came up, but I don't know if that was just to sell tickets or if it was one of those like pre-packages where he was just featured and he won't really be there. I'm not sure, but it is also being said that Karrion Kross has the most underwhelming debut on Raw of all time. This is being voted on by fans right now, saying that Karrion Kross had the most underwhelming Raw debut of all time.
Well, the crowd
I would have to really think back of all Raw debuts. I mean, that's not something I can go through right now, but yeah, this certainly stands out. I mean, he lost in a minute 40 to a roll-up while being undefeated on NXT and the NXT champion.
And the crowd
the crowd was mild.
No, the crowd was dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, I shouldn't even say mild. They were dead.
The crowd was the quietest it was all night for his debut.
They had no pyro at all.
Yep.
And no Scarlet, so huge disappointment.
And like I said weeks ago, he's an entrance. That's all he is an entrance.
I mean, he had the entrance, and well, he had a bit more. I mean, his matches were never going to be anything outstanding from what we've seen in NXT.
Yeah, I don't like his matches, really. He's very foot solid. He moves like a rock.
There's been a couple that I've enjoyed, but I haven't been crazy. But I've liked the character, and I thought they could do more with him. So
if he had Scarlet with him, then he's something, sort of. But
yeah, now he feels like nothing.
This guy's done. This guy is dead. I almost wonder if he's going to be a weird, like, kleptomaniac next week or like in a couple of weeks, or he's going to be like a guy who really is obsessed with cars or like obsessed with cleaning or being clean. Like, Vince McMahon's going to give him a new gimmick that's like he's a germaphobe. And so he doesn't want to wrestle people. Like, some dumb thing like that is going to happen with this guy. Because Vince is going to be like, you know what? No one buys this Triple H type of thing. Yeah, it's saying no one buys this. I mean, dude, is this not Aleister Black but can't wrestle but isn't exciting in the ring? He's not exciting in the ring like Aleister Black. What's the difference between him and Aleister Black in Vince McMahon's mind?
Exactly. They're both the same, you know, and they both just didn't.
But no, but Aleister Black. But at least Aleister can do the flippy stuff.
I get your point there, but
or kicky
he didn't
stuff.
like either one. Yeah.
Yeah. If he didn't like Aleister, what the hell is he gonna like about Karrion Kross?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. He views them the same.
Yeah. How could you not?
Yeah.
The tattooed gothy type fucking I hurt people thing. I'm sorry.
Dies, TikTok.
Everybody dies. Everybody falls and prays. I get rolled up by a drunk.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I'll be right back.
You got it.
Karrion wants his Scarlet Mammy.
Moshmaster D. Thank you, Moshmaster D. Thank you, Moshmaster D. Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy is an entrance, and without Scarlett, I think Karrion Kross right now is like a 3 or 4 out of 10. With Scarlett, I think he's like a 5 out of 10. That's just me, what I'm seeing. I mean, Walter's better. I don't understand. And then this was a
I
horrible
know Drew
thing.
is buff, but he looked awesome tonight. The 20 chair shots should have been 19 for July 19th, Jinder's B-Day. Jinder and his bud looked like pussies and arseholes letting their friend get hit 20 times, which would hospitalize someone. SMH at Oldberg.
Diverse, what up, Diverse? Yeah, dude, I still can't believe that he hit him that many times with the chair. That was nuts. That was crazy. He hit him a lot with the chair. Like, more than I expected, no doubt about it. Thank you so much, man. Diverse, it's good to hear from you, man. I'm going to let the donations play. We're an hour behind, so I'm going to let these donos play. If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is down below. And there's you guys wanted to set this as the goal.
Shit bomb!
There's the goal for you guys, baby.
You become
Appreciate it.
a shit bomb.
Cena is the only guy in the company for the last 10 years to be green-lighted for unscripted ad-libbed promos, and knowing that, he's terrible.
Well, you know, sometimes I think Cena's good. I really do like him. Craig Scott, thanks for the $4.99. Sometimes I really do like John Cena's promos. Or it reminds me that guy can cut a promo, Craig, you know? But tonight was just, to me, it was blah tonight. That's all.
Joe.
You know?
Also, fuck Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. If you were a fan of Goldberg and what he represents, you were a fucking piece of shit. Fuck Vince. Fuck my small cock. Fuck my house. Fuck my fatness. Fuck Bullfrog. Fuck
the Bucks. Raw. What's up, Picharo? The Suns and Bucks. Whew. What a series going on in the NBA. Ba-boom. Vince doesn't care that if neo-Nazi white skinhead career for Goldberg, because Goldberg's a neo-Nazi. He's a Jew. He's Jewish. Wait a minute. Jennifer, Vince doesn't care if neo-Nazi white skinhead guys
They are
cheer for
trying to
Goldberg.
have Charlotte pass Rick for title reigns before he dies. At this rate, I bet she passes him WrestleMania. She had so many couple day reigns. I don't get Nikki Ash BS, it's not 1988.
You know, Alexa's sweet ass, thank you for the $3. Vince just loves this gimmick. We said it weeks ago that he's scarily in love with this, I'm a superhero. You know, and it's like, you saw it firsthand tonight. Exactly, you know, this guy, he just loves this shit. And I don't know, man. His girl is the one who cashed in, but that wasn't anybody else's girl. I just thought that was... Imagine if Nikki Cross had said, I'm such a superhero now, I don't even think I need the money in the bank, so I gave it to someone else. That's what I would have done tonight. I would have had Nikki Cross in the third hour. I would have had someone in the back interview Nikki Cross. And then they're like, Nikki, tonight Charlotte faces Rhea Ripley. She just wrestled last night. Now she's wrestling again tonight. A lot of people are saying that this is a very obvious and would be a strategic thing tonight, that you could probably cash in the money in the bank tonight. Oh, I appreciate that, but I don't have it because I gave it to somebody else. I gave it to somebody else. What? Why would you do that? I'm a superhero. I can, you know, whatever. That's what I do. Why would you give it to somebody else? Who did you give it to? I can't say. They cash in. It's Becky. Becky cashes in money in the bank. Because fucking Nikki Cross gave her the money in the bank to do it. Now, how bad would have that been, right? Because it doesn't make Becky look very good, kind of, right? But people wouldn't have cared. They would have been like, holy shit, who cares? You know? I don't know. That's funny, though. There's a random idea popped in my head. It's a little crazier. A little crazier. Yeah, good point, D. Welsh. Pretty sad for Thunder Rosa, man. Go give her some love on Twitter. Speaking of suicide not being funny, This really isn't. Thunder Rosa lost her aunt to suicide, so that's sad. And, go give her some love on Twitter. Poor Thunder Rosa, man. That's why it's terrible, man, because you affect everybody when you do that. You don't just take yourself out. You take a piece of everybody else who cared for you. It's the worst, man, but it's also a problem. People need help. Look at the guy from Lincoln Park, Chester. People need help. Some people need help, man, and you gotta get people treatment. You gotta get people to see a psychologist. You gotta call your friend and go over there or whatever. It's just, and it's hard to figure it out. It's a hard thing, man. It really is. Depression, is a hard thing too. The happiest people are sometimes the saddest. Depression, bipolar, whatever it is. I know I've got a whole bunch of that shit, so I get it. I know when people are rough. The thing I always just say is, all I can say is that, like I say, is look at my worst time ever. My worst times ever. Can you imagine if I just said I'm out during my worst times ever in 2006 and 2007? 2006 and 2007 were the worst times ever for me. And maybe there's worse times to come. I don't know. There could be. I'm sure at some point there'll be a bad time. Most people's lives end on a bad time, right? You have cancer or something happens. But, 2006 and 2007, I had negative money in the bank completely. Didn't have I lost a job every 3 months. I kept losing a job. Not really because of me, but just because jobs ended or they left or they moved or went out of business or whatever. And, yeah, man, my ex-girlfriend had left me, and I thought everything was over, and I kept trying to deal with life, and it was a mess. And imagine if I had jumped off a roof or something at that point. I never would be here. Think about that. At your worst point of your life, that's the worst thing you could do, because all you're going to do is miss out on the good times. Don't end something at the worst time, because you're going to miss out on the best times. It's the thing I always say, because it's really true. That was the worst time. Imagine if I had done something dumb. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have 3 kids. Wouldn't have had all the jobs I had after that were great. Met the people I met Leah, met everybody, whatever. It's just crazy. Think about that. If I'd cut it off there, none, you know what I mean? And you could have said to me, hey, you're going to have this YouTube channel and this show. People are going to support you. You're going to have all this stuff that's going to happen. WWE is going to invite you to their shows. You're going to make friends with all these people. You're going to become a wrestling commentator for years in the indies. You're going to do all this crazy shit. I would have missed it all. And I was, 21? I was 20, I was 22 and 23 years old. 22 and 23. Think of how many people are 18, 19, 25, whatever you are. Whatever. You never know. It's just, don't do it. Look at Charlotte. Charlotte looked actually pretty good there. A lot of people give Charlotte shit for what she looks like. She's ugly, she's weird, she's pretty. I don't know. She looked pretty hot here to me. I thought she looked pretty good here. Poor women, man. They're always judging the women. We all do it. You can't help it. We don't. The guys will get judged too, though. But it's not always, right? Like Kevin Owens got judged, right? Oh, he doesn't look like a wrestler. He's a fat tub of shit. People like that. People do it to the guys too, but I don't know, the poor women, man. They just always getting fucking. What do they look like? They looked ugly. She looks old. She looks you. She looks young. She looks horny. I'm not trying to go SJW. All right, listen. Trust me, it's okay. It's okay to say what you feel about people. Don't go SJW. We don't need to do that. But yeah, they take that. It's a goddamn runway when those girls come out there compared to guys. They're like in a beauty pageant on the way to the ring and in the promo, and then they're wrestlers in the ring. No doubt about that, man. There is a pressure on the women that's a little different. It's interesting, but that's how it works, man, I guess. And, if the crowd was 85% females, then it might go the other way. right? If the crowd was 85% females and 85% of the fans were females, you know, you'd have that discussion too, like, "Ugh, that guy looks gross." So like, "Ugh," like you would have that. That's just fucking what happens with the sexes, you know. So I don't really freak out about it. There's SJWs like, "Oh, you're making fun of the woman's looks or this person's looks," or it's like, yeah, we know that that's not what they should be fully judged on, but people are going to comment about it no matter what. It's just what people do. Some people are going to be mean. Some people are going to be ridiculous, unrealistic. Some people are going to be good. Some people are going to be harsh. Some people are going to be complimentary. That's just the world. Get a fucking helmet, you know? Get a helmet.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
Duncachino!
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino!
You want creamy goodness?
I'm your friend.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Raw was super weird. Keith Lee getting beat by Bobby Lashley, Nikki winning the Raw Women Champion, and Kross losing to Jeff Hardy. 5 hate points. Jake and Joe.
It was a super weird Raw. E-Murder. What's up, E-Murder? Unbelievable. Yeah, Jennifer, see, even the women in the chat will think the same thing. She always looked, because she's had surgeries, you know, that's what it is, you know? God damn, E-Murder. What's up, E-Murder? Yeah, it was super weird.
Congrats Joe hitting 70,000 subs. Congrats Jimmy Uso hitting 7 curbs, a stop sign and 3 fire hydrants. If Goldberg is next, I hope he's next to Jimmy on way home from happy hour at Chili's. Charlotte has Brutus Beefcakes rebuilt Parasailing.
What the fuck? Mr. Pico Boulevard.
How much further do you want me to dox you?
Charlotte looks 40. She kind of almost is. Isn't Charlotte, like, I mean, am I crazy? Alexa Bliss on whether she'd made Eva Marie fall on WWE Raw. What? Alexa Bliss was also cheering Nikki Ash's win on Twitter, which is weird. Which, by the way, like, talk about just no kayfabe on her Twitter account. You know, Alexa, just yikes. Poor thing. It's so weird. Someone needs to run the filthy little doll through the wash, said Eva Marie. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I don't know, man. I'm just worried. It certainly didn't work with Shayna Baszler. You know, will it work with Eva Marie? I don't know. Not sure how that's going to work out for her, to be honest. Oh, my God, man. Let me go to Brad's Twitter here that he sent me. Little tweety pants he sent me here. Let me see if it all adds up. Jesus. You know what's funny is I was just scrolling through looking for the tweet you sent me, and I saw this. I thought it said shooting in Massachusetts, and I went, oh my God, a fucking shooting in Mass? That never happens. What the hell, another one? There was one last week that was like a small one, you know, and it said Halle Berry shooting movie. I'm like, oh my God, someone shot. What the hell's going on? No. I can't find your tweet. I'm looking for the tweet that you were telling me about, Brad, and I don't know, man. I can't find the tweet that you're talking about. I just searched my Twitter. I'm checking my DMs. Now I'm seeing anime breasts, and I just don't see. Why the fuck do I keep seeing these, man? What the fuck, bro? I'm going to block whoever that is. If I blocked you and you were like retweeting anime porn for like ever, like I'm sorry. That's why I did it. Yeah, I still can't find it. I'm still looking for it. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it. And I guess I can't spend any more time looking for it, really, but I thought I would find it. But I don't see it. But what I do see is this. I think that, you know, if they're going to pull the trigger here with Matt Riddle and, Randy Orton, that makes sense, like Jake was talking about earlier, because they're just super over. It's seemingly working. That's what Vince wanted. And we said, like, the Otis thing, the Otis storyline was going to be the Money in the Bank comes down, Otis catches the Money in the Bank, Otis cashes in pretty quickly, Otis, oh my God, Otis becomes champion, it's a blah, blah, blah. But Vince, they pulled the plug on that, went a completely different direction. All of a sudden, just everything went out the window with that. And then we heard that Vince still wanted to do all that stuff. And then we saw what they started doing with Nikki. And then we saw with her win the Money in the Bank. And then we said, whoa,
It was all just so weird, Joe. It was so strange.
But it's just
the way
weird.
they handled most of it, it was just so bizarre.
It's crazy that she did tonight, though.
I like what you said before, though. Like, she gave the briefcase to somebody, then have Becky come out in Nikki's outfit. Have her dressed up to Nikki's theme. She immediately runs down, cashes in, wins, and then she'll take off the headband. And obviously, it's Becky. But,
well, I actually wasn't.
That would have been fun.
I actually wasn't advocating for that part. I was advocating for her to just be like,
give her the briefcase.
I gave it to someone else, and then Becky Lynch comes out. And then, like, she's holding the briefcase. And then for some reason, Kross wants her to do it or whatever. That might be controversial too, but imagine that, like, if they had done that. But also, they didn't need to do that, though. The problem that happened tonight is, if Becky comes out, the place explodes, and it's the biggest thing ever. Instead, they don't do that. And the Money in the Bank gets a kind of a mixed, delayed reaction thing. So you lose that. And you had a layup without costing the Money in the Bank. So, to me, it's I don't know.
It's a
weird.
waste.
It
is. It's a waste. They lost a pop. They lost a lot there. They didn't expand or expound on Nikki's character transition or switch. Why any of this happened? We didn't even see, like, are you happy to win Money in the Bank? How do you feel? Like, what? Oh, WWE Network. No, come on, do something on Raw. Nothing. Okay, she runs out, cashes in, and there's some pretty interesting stats about that too. Out of the 5 women's in the Money in the Bank holders, 3 of them have cashed in on Charlotte now. 4 of them have held it for 1 day or less. Only Carmella has held it for an extensive period of time. And then there were 2 big mistakes, I guess, with this cash in. So one, Charlotte is just another transitional champion, they said here. So there was no point in her boasting on Raw about her accolades when several of her reigns have lasted for minutes, a day, or in some cases, just a few days. So this 11-time shit that she goes into, a lot of those are minuscule, hours, minutes, or just simple few days. So when she breaks her father's record eventually, does it count?
I bet she ties her father's record and retires at that point. That way she can say, I'm tied with my dad. We did the same.
And I'm also hearing that Nikki's title reign is going to be short run as well. Yeah, till SummerSlam. Duh. That's what it feels like, certainly. She feels like another transitional champion. They didn't want Nikki to cash in on Rhea, and Rhea's injured, so that keeps her at bay. So now what?
It's a short pop. It's a bullets. The Band-Aids on bullet holes is tonight's show.
Pretty much. Sorry to be away that long. I apologize.
No, man, we're
stomach sick. I could not.
But
I like what you had to say about Thunder Rosa. As well. That's suicide. It as much as we can joke is no joke in the sense of that sometimes people, it doesn't matter how much you have and how much you think. Look at Robin Williams. That was one you mentioned Chester, but Robin Williams is a great example. He was beloved by everyone. The Genie, I don't think there was a person that had a bad bone to pick with Robin Williams. Everybody loved him, and still it was too much for him. So people need help sometimes.
It's a mental thing. I mean, it's just a mental thing. That's what it comes down to. It's a mental thing. You're fighting it, and it's hard to fight it. It's not that. It's just a mental thing. There's nothing you can do about it. There's a lot of other, it's the same thing with people that want to put their dick in animals and stuff like that. It's like, dude, it's in their brain. You have to, like, help them and lock them up. So, but the problem is with people that are suicidal all the time and stuff,
Don't mix up suicide with those yiffers, Joe.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's all mental. Everything's mental on some kind of mental spectrum, and it's like you can't. There's no. It's like they'll go unnoticed and checked if they don't get help themselves. So it's like, You know, I mean, obviously, eventually a sheep fucker is going to be caught. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, can't get help, so you want help though.
yeah.
Well, that's why they do it at the edge of a cliff, so the sheep push back. You know.
I don't know.
That's the point.
I was going to end the show anyway, so I mean, and I think it's a good idea too. But any final points from you? I think I really I either got to everything I wanted to get to, or I forgot a bunch of stuff, and I think I did forget some things. But you know, I'll have videos to make tomorrow when I remember. Oh yeah, I missed that and the other thing. What do you think?
Yeah, a couple little things was Retribution when they were first coming out. Two of the members was actually Devon Dudley's sons, Terrence and Terrell Hughes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were, you know, when there was a lot of people, once, you know, more than just the 51 for that one night, but multiple times they were part of the Raw Underground as well. So we thought we would see them at one point, but they said there's really no job we couldn't do except, you know, wrestle on Raw, I guess. And now they're frequenting on AEW Dark. Most recently, they lost to Aaron Solo and QT Marshall, so not great, but yeah, they were part of Retribution, so that's kind of interesting.
Hey, everybody in the chat, tell Kevin Nash happy birthday, because today, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the chat, we got so many people in the chat right now. God damn it, let's make a video right now for the big baddie. No, he's not the big bad booty daddy. That's Scott Steiner. Oh, my God. For Big Sexy. For Big Sexy, everybody. We're live on the Joe Cronin Show. There's still 600 people watching. We had 1,000 watching earlier. But, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, everybody knows it's Kevin Nash's birthday today. So let's give it up for the man, Kevin Nash Diesel. Big Daddy freaking cool. Big Daddy freaking cool. Kevin Nash. Let's go. Let's go in the chat. Let's see those happy birthdays, baby. Let's see those happy birthdays. Kevin Nash, look at this. Everybody is telling Kevin Nash happy birthday, except for Pocket Aces, who called him an SJW. But happy birthday, Kevin Nash. It's unbelievable, man. Someone's going to too sweet his ass. Big
Too
SJW. Looks like Kevin Nash has people that love him and then people that call him an SJW.
Well, we
Kevin
also have
Nash.
the Broken Skull sessions now finally releasing soon, so that'll be good. And Sports Illustrated was talking about how Kevin Nash is being celebrated with a new Mattel action figure showing off his spot in history. So WWE's new generation is the new focal point of Mattel's upcoming line. They're like extreme collectibles. Their Ultimate Edition New Generation Arena further immortalizes that distinct era of pro wrestling. So they're going to make traditional, like, detailed rings that are incredibly detailed, as well as neon entryways, and an action figure of Big Daddy Cool Diesel, who was champion for a 358-day stretch and ran throughout most of 1995.
Oh.
So it looks really cool. They have the neon entryway. They have a very detailed ring, and then the new figure for Kevin Nash. And it's going to be part of their new collector's line. So,
Well, how much is that going to cost?
I'm looking for a price. I don't see one at this time.
All right, we're sending the tweet out right now to Kevin, man, on his big birthday wish. Boom. It's going out to Kevin right now. Even though he's I have noticed that he's a bit social justice-y, lefty type. I have noticed that. I've actually had little arguments with him before. You know, I'm not. I'm an independent, but yeah, I've had little things. I've seen him fight with people before. I've agreed with him on some things and disagreed on some things, but I don't know. I'm gonna still wish him happy birthday.
Yeah, he says that WrestleMania 14 was the moment WCW to him was finished. Interesting.
WrestleMania 14 in Boston?
Yep, that's the moment he felt like WWE, well then F, had won. He felt like that's when WCW was doomed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moments that
He said, here's a direct quote. He said, I won't forget the day in my life when Tyson came to WrestleMania 14. Every WrestleMania match had a movie-quality trailer in front of it. In case you hadn't been watching, you were caught up. Kane was shooting fire. Everybody. It was amazing. The next day I go to TV and I just knew, you know, man, when you watch something, you're smart to the business.
Yeah, I mean,
he said that was the moment that he felt WCW died.
He's not that wrong. I mean, WrestleMania 14 was kind of like the culmination of the Attitude Era, or the build, like everything that was building to say we're the Attitude Era now. WrestleMania 14 was the thing that said now we're off to the races. Like everything they'd built since I would say 1996. People say Attitude Era is 98 and on, or 97 and on, and it really, to me, started around the time that the fans started cheering for Sid. They wanted a badass, and they started cheering for Sid. And then, Stone Cold kind of grabbed that reign. And then 96 was also, I believe, we figured out that there was the Pillman gun thing. Like, can you believe that? I forgot that. Did you know that?
I had
the
forgotten
fucking gun with Pillman is 96.
Yeah, I had
Jesus.
forgotten that until they brought it back up recently with the docu-series, The Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, that is really where the attitude started. I mean, I know Vince hadn't cut the promo yet of passe and all that stuff. That didn't come until late, I think mid 97 or something. But it was really 1996 that the harsh side of WWE started chiming in. And then 97, they really started going there. And then 98, they were going there and culminated with, WrestleMania in Boston.
Yeah.
And then by WrestleMania 15, that was the attitude of the company. That was the company. We were there. So it's like, that's a great, WrestleMania 14 is a huge staple moment. Stone Cold finally won the belt. And then that's when the McMahon character started really coming in, because Bret Hart is gone. Bret Hart is what helped start Stone Cold. Shawn Michaels is what passed him the torch. And then Shawn left, so Bret leaves, Shawn leaves, and now you got what? And it didn't matter what you had, because Stone Cold was so over that they could have just line up heels. Because Stone Cold is so over, it doesn't matter. That's why Vince could be a heel. But where you run into some trouble sometimes is when you have a heel only and you don't have a face. And that's what WWE is in right now. That's why they got to bring in Cena to face Roman. They got to bring in The Rock to face Roman.
Got to bring in Goldberg. Got to bring back Becky. Got to go ahead. Yep. And those are Band-Aids, and most of those people, Edge included, will leave.
Yeah.
And you notice how they're no longer mentioning Daniel Bryan for months and months. They had hopes that he would come back and that he would re-sign, and this would happen. So they continually said his name. Now he's like persona non grata. When you see the clips of Edge, they just don't remember to mention Daniel Bryan at all for Mania.
That's concerning. Well, that's not concerning. Okay, so I originally thought, hey, this guy's going to go to Raw. It's going to be a surprise that we signed him back. But now that they're doing that, it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Well, now you hear from the Madison Square Garden show, AEW signed a massive talent. They keep promising another world-changing talent.
Yes,
and with
Tony
WWE
Khan
now making, Daniel Bryan persona non grata, not mentioning his name, a lot of people are thinking that Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, will return to AEW. So
return.
You know what I mean? I'm saying return as Bryan
You're high.
Danielson.
I'm gonna fuck with you. No, listen.
So,
can you imagine
I don't know
chant?
if I could see him going there for his love of wrestling, because there's so many people he wanted to face. I could see this happening. He said it how many times that he lost his passion at the end of WWE. WrestleMania didn't feel right to him. It didn't feel like a proper goodbye. And there's so many more things he wanted to do. So,
can you imagine the yes chants in AEW Dynamite, like just blowing up that place?
That would be a ratings dynamite itself. That would be a record breaker. I'm telling you, that could rival the low end of Raw. So
I don't 100% know, because Daniel Bryan's stock in WWE had dropped quite a bit. Now, his heel run was really good. I really loved that hemp belt heel run. That was so great. He put over Kofi beautifully. Oh, God, he was good. Daniel Bryan did something I didn't think he could do, and it was amazing. But
he even made Eric Rowan look like a beast.
But, his, his... Towards the end, people just didn't have it for him anymore, and so I wonder how much of a draw he will be. I mean, will it be 100,000 people?
He came back as a good face, and he was working on the mid card, putting people over. Then he had a good feud with the Fiend, and people were sympathetic towards that. So, and then they certainly cheered him well at WrestleMania. I mean, people did care. I just don't think we cared because we knew he was done for. So I think we were kind of over him.
Well, I
maybe.
think the crowd even and just people were kind of like, eh.
I kind of knew like he was all right. He's not going to win here. He's done. So we'll get a great performance, but it's not going to be the WrestleMania 30 moment we had by any means.
And they can get his music, obviously. That's easy. Nobody owns that, really. So, look out. Here he comes. He's in AEW. And anybody
can't have yes, so they got C.
You're right. Oh, is that copyrighted?
Ole. They're going to have something. I don't know.
Well,
God knows what's trademarked or copyrighted. Or I don't know if yes is. I don't know if it can be.
If it's not trademarked, they're going to do it. The fans are going to do it anyway. I don't think you can trademark that. Maybe in wrestling you can, like another wrestling company couldn't use it. That's a thing that can be done. I don't know.
They have the yes movement. I see that.
It will be like Yes Army or something, or Dragon Army or Yes Dragon Army, or and here's the thing: that song isn't copywritten either. So I mean, yes, the particular one done by them is, but I don't believe that song cannot be copywritten, right? Because
they can't trademark a word in the sense they can. What they can to do is trademark yes for merchandise reasons, but they can't just trademark the word yes. So they could use it for advertising and merchandising, but they can't just own the word itself, I guess.
Okay.
So it works, but I don't know if they could sell the shirts in AEW as yes. They'd probably have to do something else, but they could certainly have the yes chance.
Why was what's up with Steve?
What's
up with Steve and D Welsh? What's wrong with them?
Say what now?
What's wrong with Steve and D Welsh? Why are they having a fight? What happened?
I don't know.
Anybody know
News
what happened?
to me.
They had some kind of fight in the chat. I've seen.
I'm going back now.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know.
What did they fight about? Because I wouldn't think that Steve would get blocked, but what are they fighting about? He just said Steve said hello, and then what else happened? Then he said hey D Welsh. I don't know why he said hi to D Welsh. And then Steve said, oh no, D Welsh said, dude, get out of here. I know who you are. Who is he? Okay. Oh. All right. Well, I don't know what happened. Nikki Cross, nobody's going to care after this. I mean, I guess now instead of Nikki Cross being like, oh, I've got the money in the bank. Oh, I've got the money in the bank. Now she's going to be like, I did it. Dreams come true. We're going to listen to that instead. I thought we were going to listen to that about Money in the Bank for 6 months, but I guess we're going to listen to her having the belt for 6 months. Like, I did it.
You're not wrong.
Right.
Well, I don't know, but do you want a gigantically huge Impact spoiler?
I won't watch anyway, but does anybody else want the spoiler? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll ask the chat. Let's poll the chat because I think you will find it hilarious, but it is massively, massively spoilerish. So, it's going to ruin your episode. I'm not exaggerating, but I think it's hilarious and needs to be talked about briefly. So, chat, I'll just, I'll ask you guys if you want to hear it.
Yeah, let's see. What do you guys want to hear it? You guys want to hear the Impact spoiler? I mean, I guess you can mute now if you don't want to. So yeah, everybody wants a spoiler. I mean,
all right. Most people want it. So the end of Slammiversary obviously ended with Bullet Club. Jay White making his debut, Finn Juice not far behind. Obviously, we're going to get the whole thing of the Bullet Club happening with the New Japan invasion. One by one, they're all going to come over, and it'll be Bullet Club versus the Elite. So, Jay White on the Impact tapings makes his in-ring debut for the promotion in a tag team match with Chris Bay versus the Good Brothers. They lost.
Oh, that's funny. So that ain't...
Bullet Club. Come on.
That's hilarious.
You already have them fight, and then that's how you're going to go ahead and handle it.
Well, because
their major surprise debut that they've been touting all along for the week after that's going to blow your mind is none other than the Drama King, Aiden English.
The Drama... Wait.
The Drama King.
The Drama King?
That's his new name.
Wait, he took Drama God?
He's the Drama King.
But my name is Drama God.
But he's the Drama King.
Oh. Wow.
That's his new name, Drama King.
Wow.
Because they can't use Aiden English. And this is going to be his in-ring debut. So.
Wow. Okay, so he's like going to do gossip about people or something? Or because he's drama? Like he's an actor?
I believe it's the theatrics.
The theatrics guy?
So they managed to go ahead and not only just beat the shit out of the Bullet Club, but they had Frankie Kazarian come out too and attack Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, but yet the Bullet Club still lost. So they use everything from AEW to keep the Elite Hunter, but they still lose.
Do you think that...
I can't wait to see how they justify this.
Maybe that's
I know
not happening.
New Japan hated the Okada situation when they turned him into the Green Hornet.
Right.
So wait till they see what they do with Jay White. I don't care how he loses. If it's DQ, if it's he's being held down and tortured. He lost on his debut. With,
Maybe there's no thing happening. Maybe there isn't a Bullet Club thing.
Shit bomb!
Oh, Mario Rodriguez.
It's supposedly signed in action.
Charlotte is 11x champ. The NXT belt didn't count?
Yeah, they're not counting NXT title reigns.
Huh.
It's only main roster belts. The Divas title and both Raw and SmackDown.
That's funny.
Like I said, they get screwed over no matter what, but the way they're doing like the shocking... I know they had teased everybody under the sun.
Of WWE.
The hell?
Karrion will be tagging with Riddick Moss in 6 months. Thanks Keith Lee, your $15 cab fare is on the dresser. Think Andrade makes Charlotte wear his mask during sex? Hannibal versus Goon with the neighborhood as lumber.
Hannibal versus Goon with the neighborhood as lumberjacks. I had hepatitis C in the WWE match. Loser. I want to assault my neighborhood.
Worthless loser.
You know what? All right. You know what? You're a worthless drunk. Go to hell, you worthless loser. Let's watch it. Watch it.
It just makes me so happy.
You know what? Go to hell, you worthless loser. Like
I can't believe that they let his debut happen there, not in AEW.
I just realized that this guy playing. I'm sorry, I was playing the Daniel Bryan cover. I just realized the guy that's covering it on his shirt has a fucking Nazi sign on his shirt.
Oh God!
Fuck? Look at that.
With the pentagram neck piece.
What is
that? He's really going all out.
Oh my God! I was going to interview.
He should be playing on a BC Rich. No,
oh my God! What the hell? He's
about his own yes movement, I guess.
I think it's an anti-communist T-shirt, but it caught my attention. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's still
I wouldn't wear that.
Misleading.
Yeah, even though he probably is like some anti-communist thing, but like it still looks. Look, that does not.
That's like one of those,
oh my
like
God.
you see him every now and again. I hate pedophiles, and it's like when the shirt's folded, it looks like a heart. That kind of. I heart them.
Like, well, now.
Oh God,
Well, if you're
bad, you had one job scenarios.
Well, let's go relive. Go to hell, you worthless loser. The best thing ever.
That's one of those things where really, I don't know. To me, is it the biggest match?
Yeah, that's what he's asking you. That's the question, Goon.
No, is it? I don't know how to answer that question. That's like, who's your biggest match? What the hell? I've been doing this for fucking 40 years, and you're asking me who the fuck's my biggest
All
match?
right, you're a fucking worthless. You're a fucking worthless drunk. Go to hell, you worthless loser.
Thank you.
This loser.
Go to hell, all right. You're a drunk. Go to hell, you worthless loser.
Loser.
You loser.
So good. And he put up with it for a while.
He did.
Too. He
That's
tried to get anything he could out of the
17 minutes he took abuse from this guy while trying to just ask him questions. You know? I mean, he should be fucking given credit for hanging in that long.
Oh, the composer of Flight of the Valkyrie was a Nazi? Is that true? I wonder.
Oh,
if
is that why he's
fact.
wearing it?
It would be a bit ironic if that's the case, if that was planned, but
it's got to be planned. Go to hell, you worthless loser. I don't remember where the prank call was for him, but I think it was episode 325, maybe, or was it? No, it was 323. I think episode 323.
I guess it was
Someone
Nazi stigma fair.
Well, I mean, Flight of the Valkyries. That's a whole fucking thing on the World War. It makes sense.
Yeah, Valkyries.
Yeah, Valkyrie.
And
Yeah.
Rhine Maidens.
Duh.
And
What are we, fucking stupid? Duh. So that makes sense.
I didn't want to throw that out without verifying.
No,
so.
it makes sense. We're just stupid. We remember history but forgot it for a second. So.
I always like to double check, but yeah, obviously Impact probably didn't handle things the best by the way it sounded. They're focusing on the NWA Empower show, and Deonna Purrazzo accepted that.
Mm-hmm.
Missy Hyatt returns, teaming with Brian Myers. You know, they're bringing her back for the first time since 2004. Savannah Evans comes back, and she's attacking Kiera Hogan. And, you know, none of it sounds exciting or interesting. They're going to go ahead and team Drama King with Deonna Purrazzo for the homecoming tournament that they're having here, bringing everybody back.
Right.
You know, what Taylor Wilde also came back. Does that really excite anybody?
No.
I don't think she was ever anything special. So
No, I am not.
I found it.
I am a worthless loser.
there you go.
Yes.
Hannibal, look me up. Go ahead and look me up on YouTube, hit the Hannibal TV. I'm a worthless loser.
Sucks. Sounds like it to me.
You're
Sounds like you're a big ugly loser.
Your voice makes me want to hurt my neighborhood.
That line killed me right there. Your neighborhood.
Your voice
so
makes
funny.
me want to hurt my neighborhood with hepatitis C. I have hepatitis C again.
Did you see any of Slammiversary?
Did I see
I don't
what?
think you did, right? Slammiversary on Saturday.
Oh, I saw clips of it, but I didn't watch it.
Okay, the opening match was chaos, but a lot of fun. That Ultimate X match, the 4-way that Young won.
Right.
And I didn't give a damn pretty much about anything else until the main event. Some of the matches were okay. Moose was decent, you know, but I don't follow enough to really care about the storyline. So it was just like, oh, this is good to see. This is okay. All right, look, it's, you know, it's cool to see Thunder Rosa accept the challenge to basically be a speed bump for Mickie James. Same thing there. So they beat Thunder Rosa. I wasn't a fan of having her lose clean, just to have Mickie James come out and then challenge Deonna Purrazzo. So that was awkward. And then the main event was a bloody affair. So they beat the hell out of each other. Omega bled all over the place. It was an absolute bloodbath. Omega retained. Unfortunately, they did the spot where they put the thumbtacks into the mouth, and they just did that on AEW Dynamite. So if they didn't do that with Eddie recently, I think it would have been more effective. But we just saw it happen. So it was like a repeat stunt.
Right.
But the one-winged angel onto the thumbtacks looked painful as all hell. At one point, though, Omega put his knee into the thumbtacks. He repeatedly dropped his knee into the thumbtacks to get the tacks stuck onto his knee so he can deliver, you know, and go ahead and, you know, what the hell's the V trigger to his opponent. So he goes ahead and he hits it. Oh, Sammy goes ahead, flies backwards. Oh, no shit. All right, wouldn't that hurt Omega more? Because you're just pushing the thumbtacks further into your knee. If they're stuck in your knee pad, that means they're hitting your knee. So if you don't analyze it, you're like, oh, that's a sick moment. But really, if you think about it for more than 2 seconds, it's incredibly stupid. Because all you're doing is you're sticking the thumbtacks into yourself to get them stuck, and then you're embedding them further on a person's head. So you're hurting yourself. It's really just stupid.
I guess I took it as like, well, the knee pad's thick, so they're not touching you.
Yeah, they might not touch it, but if you slam somebody's head into them, maybe they are hitting you finally through the knee pad, it would seem like, with all that impact.
Yeah, maybe. I could see if you had a thick knee pad on, though, it shouldn't. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it just seems more silly than that when you start to think about it. But still, it looked like a cool stunt. So he's bleeding all over the place. Sammy sold well for everything.
Yeah.
The pizza cutter, the fork. They really went above and beyond to bleed all over the place. So a decent night, but a few fun moments. Nothing amazing, but
worth $40.
Okay. Yeah, probably. I would say so. I think there was enough content there.
Nikki did do an interview later, so let's see if she's full of, I did it, I knew I could do it.
You are the Raw Women's Champion. I'm just going to say it, how are you feeling right now? 24 hours ago, I was Miss Money in the Bank, Nikki in the Bank. 24 hours later, I am here as the Raw Women's Champion! Champion! I have waited so long to say those words. And tonight felt so good. It felt so good. Going out to celebrate with the WWE Universe. Our weekend WWE is back. We're back in front of our WWE Universe. We're back in front of our family. The ring, that ring has always been my home. And tonight, I just felt like I was reunited with all my family. I got to hug them, and I got to win one of the most coveted titles in this industry. And I got to win it from Charlotte Flair. I beat the 11-time women's champion. And now, Nikki ASH, almost a superhero. I did this for all the little superheroes out there. And I'm leaving tonight as Raw Women's Champion!
Oh my Christ. Good God.
My eardrums.
And you thought Goldberg exploded the mic earlier.
Oh, that actually blew me onto my chair there.
Wow, I don't ever watch that interview again.
Wow, that really that hit me hard. Whew. Knocked me out of my chair there. That was a lot.
I could have done
I'm
without
worried that they're going to frame the little superheroes as the sick children that they grant wishes for. And then you really will always have to cheer for Nikki.
Well, I mean, that kind of is what it is. It's sort of just like Braun. It's kind of like, yeah, cool for the kids. Go get for the kids. Okay, whatever.
But I think they're really going to shoehorn the kids into the guilt factor here. I'm worried.
Well, this just isn't very good.
It's not. It's very cringe, sadly.
I
used to like Nikki as well. I feel like we say this about everybody, though.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, but we'll have more on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. I'll have more to say there in audio form. This will be translated into audio form for you and other things as well on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you to Bryan, who's a new patron, by the way. He didn't make the producers list yet. I got to remake it tomorrow for July and coming up the next month as well. Hope you guys can stick around and become producers, Patreon producers. And, man, Jake DeMarco hanging in there tonight, though, being sick. Get some rest to Jake. Hit him up at Countdown Ended on Twitter. I liked the videos the other day. That was funny stuff you and your daughter had going on. Apparently you get hacked. Also, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for tonight. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you're new. Yeah, I think most kids don't like it. I mean, I think it's for kids. When we say kids, we mean like 8 and under. Like 9 or 8 and under. You know, kids who are like 9, 10, 11, 12, they're even like, what?
Yeah, 8 years old and under is what's picking up on this, sadly.
And I got to thank you guys, man. I could easily stay on a little bit longer, but because it's so late and so much to do, I am jetting out. But, this is a night where maybe I would have stayed live on Twitch and gamed or something, or done some gaming, played some PUBG or Diablo 3 or Madden or NHL or something, but don't have my Xbox down here, and I got some stuff in the morning. But I'll be back to doing some of that this week and throughout the week, and we'll be here tomorrow with some. I'll probably have a news video in the day, a couple things on Patreon, bunch of shit. Thank you guys for hitting the sub button. Over 70,000 subs. Thank you for that. For all the new subs, what's going on? Thanks for being here, and we'll try to give you more content throughout the week. 70,064. Gaining a couple hundred subs.
There we go.
Yeah,
Can't
baby.
beat that yet. Let's do it. Everybody stay sexy and have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks. Oh, wait, Joe Bishop. I'm sorry, man. I almost missed your dono. Let's check it out. Shit.
Joe Bishop tipped $10. Salutations Joe and Jake. Do you guys think Vince is trying to recreate the Hurricane Helms character with Nikki? It would be funny to see Nikki challenge Roman and get speared on SmackDown. $10 towards the fund, brother.
Joe, thank you, man. Actually, we found out that this was Hurricane Helms' idea. So we found out that this initial idea to make her kind of a superhero came from Hurricane Helms. It was his idea. We found that out a few weeks ago, allegedly. And I think he tweeted something about it, too, defending Vince. To say, like, yeah, it was my idea and Vince likes it or something like that. So, yeah, that's kind of it. You know, he sort of said, like, hey, she should do something like that. So, you can actually, if you don't like it, you can actually blame Hurricane Helms. But we already know Vince loves the superhero thing and the Mighty Mouse gimmick. I mean, she straight up looks like Mighty Mouse. And we've always heard that Vince loves Mighty Mouse. Loves that cartoon. So, absolutely, there's a vibe there to that. And it came from Hurricane Helms. What are you going to do? Thank you guys so much for being here. Love ya. You shoot me?
Joe, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I will shoot you, Joe Cronin.
What's with people wanting to shoot everybody? What's up with that? What's up with that?